Linda Ronstadt had one number one hit, which is hard to believe, but she had a lot of top 10 hits. 10. 2 number 2 hits, Somewhere Out There from An American Tail, and Don't Know Much with Aaron Neville. But there was so many hits in there, it's unbelievable. She owned the 70s and the 80s. But her only number one hit was You're No Good. And it's interesting, there's a story about Andrew Gold, of course, playing every instrument except the guitar intro in You're No Good and the bass. Other than that, Andrew Gold, Thank You for Being a Friend, Lonely Boy, played every instrument on You're No Good. But remember the iconic ending of that, which sounded like nothing we'd heard on the radio before? That ending with the guitar, Andrew Gold on You're No Good, was a result of something being broken in the studio. Take a listen.
What a talented guy. I loved his solo stuff so much.
Was an amazing piece of work. We spent like 3 days doing it. And it was, you know how things can happen, and it just happened to be one of those things. There was a box that Dave Hassinger bought made by EMT that was a delay device that had 3 separate delay times in it. And it had a giant floppy disk with 3 playback heads and 3 record heads. And so this device, there was something wrong with it. And the disc wasn't turning at the proper speed. It was wobbling. So it put this kind of strange shimmering delay on things. And so they asked me, Peter and Andrew said, let's use that delay. And I said, it's broken. It doesn't sound right. And they said, okay, well, let me hear it. And I played it with him playing, and they went, oh, it's great. That's what put all that magic, sparkly stuff on those guitars in the outro.
That's one of the best outros I've ever heard in my life.
That broken machine. And that's just one of those shithouse luck kind of things, you know, that it's just the way it worked out. And then when we finished the solo, and it was a huge labor of love. And Andrew, you know, like I said, is a Beatles nut. And it sounds like a Beatles solo. We played it for Linda, and she hated
it. What?
Oh, yeah. She said, that's not going on my record. And then she called Kenny Edwards on the phone, had him come down to the studio and start playing guitar solos. And it wasn't until the next day that she called Peter and said, you know what, I listened to it again. I think it's phenomenal. But the first reaction was, no way.
Remember, join our mailing list. You'll get access to every single video we release. And the only thing we'll ever send you are the links to those videos, because sometimes YouTube does not let every subscriber know about new videos we release. The link is at the very top of the description for you to join our mailing list. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music.